Okay, so I'm in Dallas. It's 5:40, and I couldn't sleep. I've been awake for a while, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna record and then try and go back to sleep. I don't know. I don't know if it's probably the travel thing, but anyways, and oh my gosh, I was so glad when I got here and saw my brother and stuff. But uh, there was shenanigans. Like, man, I can't even. For one thing, the flight was fine, but there's definitely so what I notice, and I don't know, lots of people don't notice, but fuck, I was noticing in 2016 that everything looked three dimensional. Nobody knows that, so I'm trusting myself, man. The sky is fucked up. Like I can't even. Because all the time where I'm at, then I'll be looking at the sky and I'm always like, this is not just one sky. There are several skies up here, totally different colors. This is totally different color. That's a different color. That's a different color. Like nothing matches. The clouds, nothing matches. These ones are different. These ones are different. Like it's the weirdest thing. And the cloud, so when we went up in the plane, because when I got here too, I see the same thing. Like it's not just over by me. The sky has got to be looking weird to a lot of other people in a lot of other places. It's really weird here. So I don't know. It'll be because we do have the one where it will go totally blue over there. So I'm expecting it's going to do that over here too. But it is, and I think today it's supposed to be cloudy, but tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny. So to go back to blue, but it's like when it comes in to these couple of days and the sky gets all weird. It's like it's weird. And so I saw a guy talking about that something we need to be talking about that nobody's talking about because nobody knows. Nobody understands what's about to happen. And there's tons of those videos, like tons and tons of those. But this guy, he started talking about there's three giant asteroids that they're saying are about to hit us. And they said one of these asteroids can take out an entire city. And then we have three that are coming in hot. I swear to God, what movie was that with, let's see, it had Liv Tyler, I think it had Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, and it was one of these, Armageddon, or End of the World movies, fucking 20, 30 years ago. I don't even remember when it was, but it's a long while ago. And it was some huge thing was going to hit into us. And then they had to go up and fight this thing and destroy it before it hit into us or some shenanigan. But that's all about to go down. It's so, I don't know, it's so absurd. Because I don't know what's going on with the Parent Trap movie girls, but um, the last video I saw was them in the same car. So they've connected in one of their states. I don't remember which one, but they're both sitting in the car and they look like identical twins, different hair colors. But I don't know. I think one of them colors their hair or something. I don't know. But there's another story. I don't know. It's like these stories are just coming in. I don't know. Everything is so weird. Oh yeah, and there's another big run on the family annihilation. Boy, jeez, I just saw a girl doing a video just on how many did it on Tuesday, all over the place. People just fucking slaughter, slaughter, slaughter. And there's a girl who is going viral right now where people are freaking out about, with good, I mean, some of this stuff is like so, because she did this video asking, she's like, well, I'm sitting there with my kid, 11-month-old baby, through dinner, and I'm noticing how quiet it is because I never talk to her. I don't talk to her. Do you all talk to your kids? I don't talk to her. I don't know. Apparently she's taking down the video, but it's stitched all over the place. Everybody's got hands on it. And so then she did some more trying to, because people freaked out on her. Like, it's so mental. It's like, Well, who's teaching your kid? Who's going to teach it to talk if you're not? I mean, it, it's weird because, yeah, I know a lot of other parents are like me. Like, I narrated everything to my kids. I was showing them things. I would go up, have them feel things. I'd take their little hand, have them feel it. I'd make them do the switch off and on of the lights. I'd come in, and let's turn on the light. Let's do this. Let's do that. This is a blah, blah, blah. This is, explaining everything to them like you're teaching them. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But I just saw a teacher talking about the kids, and she said, I'm done teaching, thank God, so now I can say this. But so I don't know if she's just done for the year or what. It sounded like she was done. And she said, this is way worse than, like, people just don't even know. Because she said that um, the kids, they don't know how to write, they don't know how to read, or they don't know how to do shit. Like, this is our system. This is but the thing is they don't need them all to do that because most of them are going to just be dinner. Like, they don't, that's what people don't get. It's like, you think that the government or the system, these people you're trusting with your kids all day, are trying to make things better, do things better for you, help your kids and shit. No, it's not. It's not at all. So, anyways, oh, I just remembered too that my daughter, she didn't know my tooth had broke, and so I was talking to her because we were talking about dental thing or something, and she's like, "No way, your tooth is not growing back." And I was like, "Yeah, it is. It's gonna slow, but yeah, you should have seen it before. It was fucking." So it's weird because it's just like so many people, like, but I mean, right now she just still thinks it's like, yeah, it's broken, rotten tooth. But let's see what happens. It definitely is sensitive, I'll tell you that. And I haven't been using that other stuff, but I don't know, it's sensitive, but I don't know, the energy is weird. Like, everything is so weird right now, so weird. Like, nothing feels real, and nothing feels real. It feels like you're trying to be in a dreaming and trying to make it real or something. So weird. But anyways, back on the sky thing, because so I kept, I've been talking about how the sky is going out. It's like going out. I don't know how to say it because it's like I don't know. Like, it's like you had to have been paying attention to it or something their whole life to know. Like, now it looks different because it looks different. But you can tell people and they're like, what are you talking about? It looks normal. It's like, no, it doesn't. It's going out. The clouds, they don't just look fake. It's like it's so fucking weird. I mean, they look fake, but it's like this plane of, I don't even know, but it's like it's going out. It's not going up. It's going out. And you look out and it's like the sky's going out. And and so in the plane, when we started going up, I was looking out and I was like, okay, there is definitely layers of atmosphere. There is different skies out there. There's some kind of layers. So we start going up. There's so much turbulence. There's so much turbulence going into it, so much turbulence coming out of it. And my mom had even said, and so to me, with my understanding or awareness of the atmosphere, and it's changing, and that to me is the thing. Our sky, the atmosphere, the everything is changing. And so when you are taking off, going up into the sky, that's changing or something. In the I don't know, it's like going into the great unknown with portals all around you or something. It's like it's weird. And it's like people just keep doing. I just went on a plane and went somewhere, but we just keep doing things like everything's the same. And it's not. Nothing's the same. And it's like you have to acknowledge it or something. You have to see it. And so it's like these atmospheres, like these different skies, and it was like really shaky going through them. And then you get up there, and then there was one part um, before she shut the window thing. I was looking out, and it was the same thing as like how it looks down below at the clouds. like they're all just lined up. Like when it's the certain clouds, when there's a lot of clouds, and they all look like fake, like somebody just drew them or threw them up there or something. And there's something weird about the shadow, like how the shadow falls, and so it doesn't look right. And then how it looks like they're going way out. And so when you get up there, it's like it's so fucking fake looking. It's like all these clouds, and only you're on the other side of them or something, or like look. I don't know. It looked weird, and I was like, this is all those clouds, and they're all just going out. It just looks so weird. And then she shut the thing, and so I didn't see for a while. Oh, and you know one thing too, is my mom was saying something about looking out the window, for the flight or whatever. And I had said, I think she was telling me, oh, I like to look out the window, blah, 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 blah. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to look out the window and look for her spaceship. She looks at me like, what? Or I said aliens or something. She's like, what? And I said, yeah, I'm going to look out there. She's like, oh my God, you're not going to see anything. And I said, why? People are seeing them all the time. She's like, oh, take a picture, prove it. Like, it's like, boy, so many people who just are going to be very surprised. And it's very strange to see how is this going to play out. Like, but this was one thing, because it's coming. The truth is coming. And so many people are so resistant because they follow a storyline. It's the only thing that they can wrap their heads around, and everything else is absurd and ridiculous. It's like, well, you better buckle up and get ready for absurdity then. Because, so who was that guy? Breitbart guy or something? It was like when Donald, the last reign time, the guy, maybe it's Breitbart or something. Can't think of his name. But he was like there was a couple of guys who were like sidekicking him with him. And this guy, he was like long, kind of scraggle hair or something. Not super long, but kind of longish, kind of scraggly hair, kind of messed up, kind of. And I don't know what, I can't think of his name, but if you saw him, I think you'd recognize him. But on this channel my mom watches, which I have no idea what this channel is, but it's got all these podcasts and stuff. I know it's got Charlie Kirk show. It's got Jack Prosabiak, or how you say it, Prosuic or whatever. Which every time I see his commercial, he's always Donald Trump. So, oh, Jack, where's Jack? He's such a good. It's like I don't know. Some things bug me because I'm judgmental, obviously, and so I'm working on it. So, anyways, this Breitbart, I think it's the guy who does Breitbart, but so he has a show, a podcast, and so I just like see it when I'm walking through. I don't sit and listen to all the stuff, and because to me it's like all these shows, it's the same thing over and over and over, and they just talk about like, I don't know, fucking tariffs for 2 weeks, talk about fucking, I don't know, it's just like so anyways, but she likes it, it's her stuff, she likes it, and it's on all the time. And so anyways, I go up to do something, and she was outside doing something because I was getting the stuff ready, for the dogs and whatnot, and bringing up their beds and all that. And so she was outside, I think, trying to fix the gate, which, I was so much like, sure, it needs to be this way. It needs to be, and all that. And she was like dead set, no, it has to open out. And no matter what, she's going to make sure it opens out because she's got all these beads here. It's so funny because we're all so different. So I just see, like, what do you have to have an obstacle course to come in here? Like, what? If you want them to be decorative, there's a lot of places you can hang them. But, why do they got to be, you have to walk through them. So anyways, but it's like, whatever, it's your house. If that's how you like it. which that is to the point of like, no, because she had changed the gate when I was in the house. And so she had moved it out there. It was all wobbly and all this stuff. And it had an angle and everything. And I was just like, what? And, and I'm just thinking, this is crazy. Why in the world, and I'm looking at it from one perspective, like, why wouldn't you just move the beads, keep the thing, and open it the way you want it? I don't know, it just made so much sense to me. But anyways, she was dead set on the other thing. So now it's changing the gate into a bigger piece of wood and all that stuff. So there's always more than one way to do something. It's crazy because we always think that the way that we want it is the only way that it should be. But, it's working in her thing. It's going, we're going to change the gate into a fatter piece, do this, do that. And so these beads getting, I don't know, it's just so weird, but it's like, whatever is your perspective. But it just, when it started going into this other direction, oh, well, we'll change this and change that. I was like, you just got to remember there's more than one way to do things. And, and you got to do your way. Even if other people think, like, you're wacky, why would you do that? It's like, that's what you want. Do it the way you want. It's your stuff. It's your place. It's your life. It's your existence. So set it up the way you want. But it's just funny because it just is like this rolling through perspectives of, like, you get dead set on this, and then something opens, and it's like, oh, yeah, look at it that way too. Look at that way. Look at that way. There's like so many ways to look at things. And we just get so set on like this is the only way. But, I still don't know, like, not talking to your kid. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, that seems so weird. But this teacher, she also said that, so these kids don't know how to read, they don't know how to write, they argue about everything. They, they want it easy. Like, she tells them to write a paragraph, and they only want to do the minimal amount. They don't know how to do it. They need extra help. They're always coming up. How do you do this? How do you do that? They have no, well, we know that they have no, like, aptitude or something for difficulty. Like, when things get hard, it's like meltdown city. It's like, they can't handle much. And, like, us kids who grew up out having to survive out playing with your friends because there wasn't somebody out, helicopter moms weren't out there. You just, the door opened and you took off in the morning and you went out with your friends and you came home in the evening. Well, you had to be home at supper time. So that was a thing. You had to be home at supper time. And then when you got back, then you could go back out after supper. But then you had to be in when the street lights came on. But, you're out there making it. Like, your parents don't even know. Like, you're saving each other. Because I remember when I fell off this cliff thing, it was, I would be curious, but Vandellas is so different. Fucking hell. I don't understand how anyone can live like this. Me and my daughter both, we were just like, neither of us wanted to do the driving. It's like, oh my God. And the fucking shenanigans to get the car and shit. Oh my God. The DFW is like its own little city or something. So convoluted, complex, like ridiculousness. Like, how do we choose to live this way? And then the roads, you have 17 lanes everywhere. You got fucking mix masters. You got, my daughter was like, oh, there's not going to be traffic. Like, if there's at some point traffic settles down, even in Seattle or whatever. Not here. It was fucking full on. Like, it was mental how much traffic there was. And we're driving at like 10 o'clock at night. We didn't even get here until like 11 or, yeah, it was like 11. We landed at 6:30 and we got here at 11. And a big part of it was the, the shuttle. So get off the plane, then you gotta go down, get your baggage. Then walk down to where they pick you up to take you to the rental car shuttle bus. That bus drives you to where the rental car places are. So we did that first. We get there and our rental car place isn't in there. And it's like, well, what the fuck? So we're looking at the thing. It says, you got to get picked up at the thing. And when we were sitting out there waiting, my daughter had this fancy ass fucking Starbucks cup. It's like $40 or $50 if you don't know. And then, but she was doing a thing. But anyways, it's a specialized cup that they were giving to these people and stuff. So she's got this fancy ass cup. And she set it down when we got on the shuttle. She left it sitting on out in front of the airport. And so when she realized, it was like, oh my God, but then you're stuck. You're on the shuttle. So it's like going. So then we were like, okay, well, you go back on the shuttle, go back, get your cup. I will go and get the rental car, and then we'll meet. Like, then get on the shuttle, go back, get your cup, and then circle back, and then I'll have the car thing situated because renting a car is such an ordeal. It takes so long. Anybody who's rented a car knows it's like fuckery. Such fuckery. And I did it online. And this is the thing, too. So, this company I'd never heard of, and it was down, like when I Googled rental cars DFW, it was like every other one. It was always the best prices, too. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take this one, I guess, because good prices and just like every one you look at with the prices, it was like, well, this place has the best prices. So I'll try this one out. And it's called like Esurance or something. And it's called Easy Rental or something, but it's like Esurance or something. But when you answer, it's like Easy Rental. So then I done it online, and then yesterday or the day before I left, I get an email. It says if you want insurance, you got to get it now, and you get it for a discount. You can pay right now and get it for $10 a day, and so it's $50. And their emails, I highly advise you to get this. And so then I'm like, fuck, man, I don't trust any of this shit. Some of just fucking online scams and shit. I was even thinking, is this car place even real? Especially when we get there and it's not even there. I'm like, is this even real? Like, maybe this is made up. Got it off Expedia. And so let me think where I was. So the car, I'm thinking, is this even a real place? And so we get there, there's no car place. We both take the shuttle back. So we take the shuttle back and get back to the place. Our cup's sitting there. We get the cup, and then we're trying to figure out, like, we're standing out here, like, where is this place supposed to pick us up? So she's looking and calling and trying to figure it out. Oh, no, you got to ride the shuttle, and then you got to go to where they are. Then you got to go out front and wait for another shuttle. So we get back on that shuttle. We go back to the place. Then we go back out front of the other car place, rental places. Go back out there, wait for the other shuttle. The other shuttle gets there. Then it drives us to the rental place for the car rental place. So we get there, and then there's a line, of course. And these other people who were behind us, and the only reason they were behind us, because they were on the shuttle with us, the only reason they were behind us is because we walked faster, because they were older, bigger, slower, and so we got in there luckily before them. And I was like, gosh, dog eat dog world, man. Like, fuck. So we get in there, and we're waiting and waiting. And so there's 3 people working, and they've all got somebody going, and so I'm listening to the different ones. And so the one lady, she gets up and she's like, is there a different place we're supposed to go if we already rented, if we already have done all this online? I mean, these people haven't even done their thing yet. She was like, what the fuck is going on? So they hadn't rented it. They hadn't done anything. And so they're just getting set up with their rental there. So of course they're going to pay more. And so they're, so while I'm listening, all that stuff with the insurance and stuff, and it's like all this cost and everything, it just adds up and adds up. So finally we get up there to our turn. It's like, we've been sitting here so long. It's getting later and later. We haven't eaten. And fucking both of us are just starving. My daughter's just going through trying to find like restaurants near us that we can pick up some food. We just order online and just pick it up and go, right? And so she keeps showing me different restaurants and different food and different menus and stuff. And I was like, I don't know. um, so we got that going. And then the car rental guy. And so he's doing our thing, and which the insurance thing was smart. That $50 thing that they sent me, like, oh, you can get the insurance for $50 for the whole thing if you do it right now. And then also my binder. Luckily, they took that too, and because for each day, he said if I wouldn't have done that, it was going to be like double the price. When you get there, if you haven't done it, it's like $50 a day for their insurance. And then, the toll pass. So the toll pass is $15 a day. But he said you go through one toll and it can cost you $50. He said you can go $25 in, and then you get tolls. Like, you go a couple miles, you get another toll. Go a couple miles, get another toll. Like, it's so weird too. When I was growing up here, and when we had 635, the LBJ, so LBJ freeway, it was like kind of went around Dallas. And so that's the one, like, where if you wanted to get somewhere, you want to go around to the other side, you got on 635 and it would take you all around. It would take you downtown and everything. But everything was so much closer and smaller. Like, I don't know what the fuck, man. So you get on that one. Then we had the 75 Central. And it was a 2-lane highway back then. It was 2 fucking lanes on one side and 2 on the other. And it was dangerous too. Like, I knew people got killed on it and stuff. But that one I would drive all the time. That's the one you would take out town. And so I would get on that one. I would drive way out to McKinney to hang out with all those race car driver guys and all that. So that was way out. And once I got on that, you were driving out in the sticks, man, for like 45 minutes. Now it's restaurants the whole fucking way. And so there's about a zillion restaurants here, by the way. And because when we're flying in, my daughter's like, God, it's so ugly. It's so flat. It's just so flat. Like, why do people live here? And I was like, I don't know. But she's like, what do they do and stuff? I said, well, it's mostly built around restaurants and entertainment. It's what this place is all about. And it was back then too. It was already getting started, and then it just built up. But so the 75 was the other freeway. And people didn't drive on it so much. The 635, and I would say it was 3 or 4 lanes of a freeway. So it was like a normal freeway back then. And I can't picture if it was 3 or 4 lanes, but it was a normal freeway. And then we had the toll road. The toll road just went like right up the middle of the Dallas Metroplex at the time. Now it's like fucking, but it just went up the middle, so this toll road, and nobody went on it ever. It was like 50 cents, and it rarely, like, I think I went on it a couple times, and it was always empty. Nobody ever went on it, and so it just turned the whole fucking thing into freeways and mix masters. And this one mix master thing that we went, oh my God, I can't stand those things. And I can't stand the going up high and going on these little, and going fast and shit. Like, I'm not a big daredevil. I don't like it. And and now there's zillions and zillions of freeways. The 30, the 70, the 50, it's like, oh my God, I don't even know what the fuck all these are. And then all these tollways. Look, you gotta pay toll everywhere. And the guy at the rental thing, and he's like, I can't make you do it, but boy, there's a lot of people who come here and they are real upset when they get here to check out, and they've got all these toll fees. And he said I would do the thing, and I was like, some of the days we're not even gonna be driving. Can we just do it for the days we're driving? He's like, no, you have to do it for each day. And he goes, but I'm telling you, one toll can fuck you. Is it can be $25, and then you get another one to get off of it. It's like $50 for a fucking. So I know around here and over in Seattle and stuff, because they've toll bullshit in Seattle too. But it's like to drive in the faster lane, so it's by lanes. And I'm not even shitting you. The real ID, like, boy, they are fucking on it. The airport, the TSA, real ID, real ID. And yeah, I had my passport. I saw some other people with passports, but I just can't even fucking get over sometimes the absurdity that we're pushed on. Like, are you motherfucking kidding me? We have a driver's license. That's not good enough. No, you get a passport. No, no. Now we need a real ID. Pretty soon, we're going to be having to, give our blood and our brain waves. We're going to be checking our vibration. Yeah, can you access this? Oh, I can access it just fine. Just let me the fuck by. It's like fucking bullshit, man. I swear to God. And I just can't believe how we just all just keep on going. Yeah. Oh, I'll get the real ID. $85. Yeah, that's fine. And you need more. You need more. You need that real ID because regular ID that's not good enough. It's motherfucking absurd, and we just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. And it's like, oh yeah, well they said you gotta do it. I'm so fucking sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of compliancy. I'm so fucking sick of everybody just well, do it. Like, god damn. So so then they add on the $14.95 for toll charges. Then it's the insurance things. So I think my insurance was covered, but there was another thing that was another $14.95 or something. Then it was, is there going to be another driver? And then I was like, well, you want to drive too? So should we add on the driver? And she's like, yeah, let's just do that too. So we added on, that was like $10.95 a day or something. I can't believe it. Because online, when I did it, it's all, you think you're all set for $169. And then you get the thing sent to you, well, no, you got to have the $50 insurance. You better get that, or it's going to cost you double. So you get that. So then you're at 200 and something. Then when you get done and he says, okay, here's the grand total, $388. Almost $400. It's almost $100 a day. I'm just the fuckery, man. The fuckery. But he did upgrade our car. But then my daughter she was driving last night because it was so dark. I was glad. I was like, fuck, you can't. And they've got all these fucking crazy lights that are supposed to be showing you. And I've never seen anything like their fucking firemen and the sirens everywhere. They don't just have like sirens. They have about a zillion different ones. They've got different colors all over the car going. It's RoboCop shit. And then even when you're driving, road construction stuff, all this road construction or something in all of these same siren vehicles everywhere. It's like, it's very crazy. It's like, I don't understand how people don't realize, like, this is mental. This is mental. And people just, like, I'm sure people all feel scattered and rushed and, it's like, it's too much. I'm going to go home and annihilate my family. Well, it's because this is mental. We aren't meant to live like this. This is fucking crazy. A couple of fire trucks came out where we were going, and I couldn't believe the amount of lights that were on there and flashing in all these different colors and shit. It's like, fuck, we're old-fashioned over there. We just got basic fucking fire trucks. I don't know what the hell y'all got going. Crazy looking. And then you're just driving down the freeway. There's this blocked off here. There's all these people we almost got hit by one person because they weren't paying attention. There was an arrow over, and they just slid right into our lane. Right, my daughter was freaking like, they almost hit us. And and then all this distraction of all these weird lights they had to light up your lane, but it fucks your eyes up. It fucks you up. You can't. It's mental. Oh yeah, and then when we were flying, and she shut the thing, and then she opened it when we were getting close, and she opened it, and the sun flashed in, and she said, "Oh my God!" She shut it real quick. It was blinding. It was blinding. The sun is so. When it's out, it's not normal lighting. It's not just regular. It's not regular sun. When you look up, it's like, no, it's this weird LED-like light. It's like trying to, I don't even know. It's so anti-organic or something. It's so artificial. It like hurts your eyes. So then when she had opened it again and left it open, and then I thought, oh my God, I think I just saw a strip. I just saw a flash. So I'm trying to look real good. But I don't know. I think it was just stuff on the ground maybe flashing, but it looked like a thing up in the sky that was gold going, and then it flashed, and then it like disappeared. But I don't know. I was like, the second I saw it, I was like, where's my phone? But she was on my phone looking at something. So damn it. But anyways, I was too fast. I wouldn't have been able to got it. And my mom wouldn't have believed it anyways. Oh, that's not either. I don't even know. How do you not think there's aliens? Like, how do you not think they're out there? I don't even say like, well, mom, when you go up and look in the sky, and all those things are flashing up there, they're ships. Oh, yeah, you're crazy girl. I'm so tired of being called crazy. Oh, God, I cannot wait for the truth. So, anyways, then that took whatever, fucking an hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever. We finally get some food. Like, it was only a few minutes away, but the navigation was just looping us around, and we're trying to find the place, and you got to cross, like, kept on saying 17 lanes. You got 17 lanes. Everything was 17 because we were seeing 17 everywhere, 17. And I was like, it's 11:17. It's 17. It's 7:17. It's like, everything is, obviously we're in, everything's in order. Like, that's how I read the numbers. When everything is in order, it just keeps popping up these certain numbers. Like, I have a lot of ones, but it's 10:10, so I saw it was 10:10, and then it was 11:11, and it was 7:17. It was like all these ones that are always like these confirmation numbers to me, and and I was hitting through them all day. So even when we were running into shenanigans and stuff, it's like, well, it's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, everything's in alignment. Otherwise, to me, the numbers will start going crazy. And so the um, the 17, which is so funny too, because the just her address alone is 1117, which I thought was so crazy when she moved into that. It's 1117, because then also the person who I believe is my person, like I've said before, that's their their birthdays, those numbers, 117. And so it's just weird how I see that number all the time. And then she moves in this house, and it's that number. It's just like, it's so weird. And but so anyways, it was kind of just a joke. Everything, like, you could cross 17 lanes to get there. It's like 17 there. So anyways, it was just kind of joking around. But it was like, you had to keep going. There's so much traffic, and you have to go, turn this way, turn that way. And it was just crazy, especially in dark and you don't know your way around. And there's all these weird lights and cars flying and shit. And part of their speed limit's 70 too. So people are flying. And which now, kind of makes me see like why when you're going through Seattle, it drops down to 60. Because when you're going and you're going on a long distance, then it's like, when it drops down to 60 and there's cops everywhere trying to give tickets, then it's kind of like, this is fucking bullshit. But then when you're going to a strange place and it's crazy and people are driving crazy, then it's like, fuck, man, it's more chaotic. It's like, it's got to create more car wrecks and shit. Because you don't know where you're going, you're trying to get over people. It's like, it's crazy. So, because you do enter a whole nother reality. And we entered a whole nother reality. And then driving, and the pace and the amount of people and the amount of traffic and the way the lights and the buildings, the tall buildings everywhere, it was just like, so, I was getting like, who wants to live like this? And we were both like, because she was like, man, people talk shit on Spokane, but fuck, I like it better than this. And I was like, fuck, I love Spokane. And no way do I want to live like this. Like, I definitely like living more slower pace, man. And these lights don't stay on very good. That one already burned out, or already 39 minutes. Got 30 minutes of shelf life, so this one will probably go out in a minute too, and it'll be a lot darker. But got a light behind me, so I guess I could turn it. But anyways, so um, she was saying, like, why would you want, I don't, about people talking about Spokane and stuff, not being cool enough or whatever. And we were both saying, like, it was a point in time in my life, I was like, oh man, I'd love to live in a downtown city, all the noise, the night, like all the stuff. It's like, oh, that's the excitement. That's the exciting life. And she also had that thing too. And she's younger, so she's closer to that time. I'm further away from that time where I felt that. But I'd been thinking about that anyways. And thinking, like, God, I am not at all into that anymore. But I was like, I love Spokane. I don't know why anybody talks bad about Spokane. Spokane's a cool ass city. And it's, in the map, it's going to be left here at the end of all this. Or at the end, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I don't know. Like, I was just like, man, is this place just going to blow? And there's a lot of, but it's not, because Texas is left on there. But we're not going to be living in places like this. People are not going to live like this. When things go and change, people are not going to be living like this. No fucking way. I don't think. Houston, Dallas, I think things are going to go on, and it's going to be, things are going to push us, I believe, into a more conducive lifestyle. It's more conducive to our soul. And our soul is a lot more, like, the excitement seems exciting, like the lights and all the action and so many people and so much going on and restaurants and shows and all that stuff. But our natural pace isn't so fast like that. It's like takes us out of our natural rhythm. And people are going to want to get more settled into their natural rhythm. And I find a slow paced kind of lifestyle is way more, you just don't feel rushed. You don't feel intense. You don't feel stressed. It's just like, you just go do your thing. And then think about like the islanders, like the island kind of philosophy, just, you get there when you get there. Oh, just relax, enjoy the sunshine, That's what we're going more to. This pushing us into this drive of hurry, get there, this rat race, dog eat dog world and shit is like, it's not meant for us. So I think I don't know, like if it's just going to be like crime, I don't know, they're saying there's a whole bunch of, well, when I was going through, oh yeah, I didn't even say what the Breitbart thing said. Okay, because I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to head out, or finish. I feel them scattered all over the place anyways. But so, in the, so I was thinking, no, I was thinking it was TikTok. I think I was hearing it on her station that they said there's a civil war starting up in Texas. And then I think I saw it all over TikTok too. So I don't know what's going on here. I know my mom keeps saying there's lots of stuff going on in Texas. There's lots of stuff going on in Texas. But it's all, exposing the criminals, which there's a lot of stuff going on. There's stuff going on with this bill, this Elon falling out from, there's a lot of stuff. And so much of it to me, I feel like they're like giving us an education. They're giving us a lesson to teach us, because pay attention when they're talking about something. It's like to get you to understand how this works, get you to understand how that works. But it's all going to be changing, so it's all going to be going in this. It's like teaching us, but it's like teaching us that we want different, kind of. But anyways, on the Breitbart thing, what's his name? Whoever this guy is, which I think that's who it is that's what keeps coming to my mind, Breitbart. So my mom's outside working on her gate, and I was inside bringing in the dog beds, and he starts talking about spiritual awakening. So my ears kind of perked up, like, oh, so he's talking about spiritual awakening. It's like not saying Jesus. And so I started listening, and then he started saying, it's something we're going to have to start talking about, like what's really going on here, about this the awakening, and starts talking like normal, like, well, I don't know, it's not normal for everybody, but, talking about like, not going in depth so much of the stuff I say, but it was still like, huh, So, talking about the change in consciousness and the awakening and all of this stuff, I was like, but she was outside, see? But I was like, she's gonna, if she keeps listening, surely she's gonna start hearing some of that. But if he's the only one on any of those shows saying it, then it could be that she's just like, oh, I don't like to listen to him. I don't know what he's talking about. But the information keeps coming in. It's coming in to people. I mean, I couldn't believe it on there when he started talking about it. I was just like, whoa. I'm looking around. Where is she? Where is she? I was like, damn it, she's outside. But it's like, you're always where you're supposed to be. I was supposed to hear it. For some reason, she wasn't supposed to, but I'm hoping this week she hears it. And it starts, like, she starts getting what's going on, because so many people don't get it. They don't get why they feel so shitty. They don't get why things are so stressful. They don't get why so many things are coming and they're having to deal with this and this is coming back and thinking about this and all that stuff. It's like, because it's like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's just all the stuff I talk about, you know? It's like this coming, you gotta face yourself and stuff. But man, I don't even know how many people live here now in the Dallas Metroplex and how spread out it is. And I just saw a video this morning too in Austin, which is like 3 hours away from here. And I guess apparently it was hot and sunny outside, but it was also raining ice. And well, my mom and I yesterday, before I left, yeah, it was before I left, I took her up to the store, and it was super cloudy. But it wasn't, I don't know, it was really hot and cloudy, and then all of a sudden it started raining. I was like, we were both like, this is so weird. It just didn't seem right. It just seemed weird. And so anyways, it's like mixed weather patterns or something. Like it just, things seem weird about the weather, and the like a mix of things happening at once. Like you're having two or three, because there's three skies out there, I'm telling you. And when you see those videos of these people who do that sky, the Nibiru thing is the only place I could think of to tell you to find it. And the people who talk about that, well, there's some guy, and I don't know where he was getting his information, but he started doing these maps of all these other planetary things in the atmosphere and stuff like that. And the weird thing is when you look at, because the person who I've seen do all these videos takes pictures of the skies, takes pictures of his map, puts them next to each other. It's the fucking same, but you don't see the sky the same as how it looks, because you're looking at it the way you think it looks. So you're not looking at it thinking, oh, that's a different sky, that's that other atmosphere from those other place. But then when you see it in the pictures, you can see like, oh my gosh. So now every time I look out there, I don't know how it all lines up. Like, I don't know, like, oh, that's the whatchamacallit, that's the other whatchamacallit. I don't know what they're all are or called or whatever. But and I don't know how they all line up. You just have to look at the map to even understand what I'm saying, because it's just going to sound weird. And I can't move my hand because it's holding this stick thing, so I can't use this hand to show and do like how I. Oh my god, my fingers went to sleep. My fingers are still so swollen. Everything's so stiff. It's like, oh my. And I'd taken bentonite clay to try and do it. I've tried the patch. I don't know what toxins in me. When I get back, I'm getting that CHDX. I'm going to start back on that. But I don't know what toxins in me. That's just fucking me up so much. But anyways, the sky, the atmosphere, the overcrowded, the weird weather patterns, just like two skies doing two different things at the same time, that people all being jam-packed in these areas like this and just zipping around, just living their lives and stuff. It's like everything is gonna just, I don't know, maybe earthquakes starting, sinkholes. Maybe Texas will be here, but maybe Dallas will fall in a sinkhole or something. Maybe, I don't know. Because it's not, on the water ones, when the ones are on the waterways, those big cities, LA, New York, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, all these ones that are more near water, they're gonna be underwater. I don't know what's gonna happen here. And I'm sure there's some other big metropolis city like Detroit or whatever. I don't know how close that's to water, but then it's also, the intensity on the crime, but also here, the intensity on the crime, and them saying that that's going into civil war. So I don't know. Is it, who knows? I just don't see this as being how we're going to be living in the future. Things are going to be changing. This kind of place is, I don't even know. Maybe it'll be left there and people will go back to look at it and see, like, this is how people used to live. Like, oh my God. I saw a video of a thing this morning, and the girl's like, we are about to experience the biggest economic flip. Oh, how does she say it? The people always say it the same way, but I don't know why I always hit into this wall when I try and say it. But the flipping of the economy flipping into the different favor. So it's the money's flipping over to the poor instead of the rich. So it's this big economic changeover that's happening. So she was saying that, however it was she said it. But then she started talking about the farmers and the farmland. I've heard other people talking about this too. Because all the farmers are over 60. And so no kids are jumping in. Like it used to be, if your dad was a farmer, you were a farmer, your kids were farmers, and your family were farmers. And now it's not that anymore because they've lured kids out of like the doldrum slow life. Let's get in there and make shit happen. And so everybody's chasing a dream instead of, you know, and we already don't have enough farmers. So corporations are buying up everything. So, they want to take over feeding anyways. They've been working on it the whole time. So but she said these farmers are all about to retire and die off and stuff. There's nobody to step in and take their place. And I didn't listen to the whole thing because I already knew that. But but I think it's much more of it's going to become an independent thing where we're going to be, growing our own food or buying it from smaller farms, not big conglomerate farms or whatever, what they've tried to turn it into. But and it's funny too because I was just seeing a thing about farmers yesterday before all of that. What was I watching? It was a movie, and this guy was having this ordeal over the farm and the land and the loans and all that. And this is what went on. This is how they got control of the farmers. I think what they did originally was like, oh, we want to build up the farmers. So we're going to give you guys all these great loans for all this equipment. We need you guys to really pick up the pace on this. But they did something to fuck them over. And then and then call it back. So then the farmers were all like in over their head, and then they started taking their land away from them, and so it's been a whole thing that's been going on ever since I was a kid. It was like a big thing for a while. I mean, even Willie Nelson did a big thing about farm aid, but that was like 30 years ago or something, and it had to do, I think, with what they were doing with the farmers. They were like bankrupting them all, and so some people who were in farming, they left it because it was like shenanigans. And I just saw there's a small farmer guy in LA, and he found a space, a home or whatever, centrally located, whatever. It was all this location, everything. And then he planted the whole thing. It's just a farm. And then he has people come and pick up their food. Like he has like, you come and pick up your bag of food, and all these people sign on. So see, there can be some stuff like that. Like that to me is like more of our innovative future kind of thing. Like it won't be like every single person has to grow your food or you're gonna starve. No, there's gonna be people like that who are gonna go out and grow food, and then you just go up and, pay them and get food from them. And so, or some people can go up and, can I work on your farm and get food or whatever. There's going to be a lot of different options, just like the gate. It doesn't just have to be this way, the way I think. It can be this way, it can be this way, it can be any old way you want it to be. That's going to be kind of the way our lives are going to go into. There's not one set thing, one set way. There's a lot of different ways, and we're going to figure them out and experience them. This coloring thing is driving me crazy. I like it. I don't know. I like it when the lights are on much better. All the different lighting, it's always weird. So, anyways, the farms. But the financial switching thing. So I do think that the money, that is the. It's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be the land. It's gonna be a lot of things. And even though she said like all the corporations are running in and buying all this farmland and stuff, but all these different ones are gonna be going down. Who was it? BlackRock is suing somebody right now over some stupid shit. But all this stuff is to show us, to get us to see what's going on underneath, to get these people who we've not heard of to come up to the surface, to teach us how things work. Like, just watch and pay attention. And what's the less obvious thing of what is happening. Like, it's like we're all in school again or something. Like, they're teaching us about things. And so, anyways, it's all part of the awakening, and it's a part of us deciding what direction we want to go, because we're the ones who have to decide. Even when they've got like, oh, it's Elon wants this and Donald wants that, and we're arguing about this and that and stuff. I think it's all just a big fucking show. It's a big show to get us to think of what we want, so it doesn't really fucking matter. I can't believe these lights. It lasted 30 minutes. This one. Oh well, this thing was like $12 when I was going through TSA. What's that? Could you tell me what that is? I was like, I couldn't think for a second. I was like, it's a selfie stick. It's the only thing I could think of to call it. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's just a part of our society. My daughter was so offended over this thing yesterday because she was like looking on social media, maybe it was TikTok or something, and some girl off of, I think she's on Euphoria. I can't remember her name. It seems like it was 2 S's, like Sammy Stasis or something. Whatever her name was. She, now, in order to make extra money, because she's apparently not making enough being a movie star, or TV star, whatever the fuck she is, she's selling her bath water. You can buy a bar of her soap, which is made with her bath water. She puts a couple drops of her bath water that she bathed in her soap, and then you can buy her soap. So if you want some of her bathwater soap, I was like, my daughter was like, what in the world do we live in that's like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, it's disgusting. So disgusting. It's so fucking fake, artificial. Like, if she sells some of that soap, it's like, what is wrong with people? But this is the second story I've heard of this. I keep on talking and talking. This is the second story I've heard of this. So one woman was talking about, so I heard it the other day. She was the maid. So this was her daughter was talking about this. So this, and back when I was younger, there was lots of maids. I've talked about that before. Like, and people can look down on that kind of thing of like, oh, you're a maid. Those women were fucking on their, like, they were business women. They had their own money. They were going, it was a way that you could go and work for somebody and get money, and the government wasn't involved. So see, they had to talk smack on those jobs because they didn't want people out doing those jobs, having one-to-one, oh, you just pay me, okay. They didn't want that. And so, they want you paying your taxes, paying your Social Security, paying all the bullshit that they fucking come up with. So anyways, there was lots of maids back then. Lots of women that were coming from like downtown Dallas, would come out to the suburbs, clean all these ladies' houses, and then go back down to the downtown. And so this woman was talking about her mom was a maid, and she would go to these rich people's house and clean. And the father-in-law had come because he had had a stroke or something, and so he had to start living with the people. And so she just went and cleaned their house twice a week. And she said one of the days that the lady said, "Hey, do you mind if I leave? He's just going to be laying up there asleep or whatever, but I gotta, it was something, go to the store, go get my hair done." It was something. And the woman was like, "Yeah, sure." And so she stayed there. And she said the moment that the garage door shut, the moment that the guy heard the lady leave, he took off his clothes and started chasing her, trying to, you know, what you do when you take off your clothes, chase somebody. And so he's trying to do that. This woman's running all over this house, hiding. She's hiding in rooms, locking doors, trying to get away from this guy, which this happened to me when I was a kid and I was babysitting. So I can remember that terror. I was babysitting these two little kids, and it was like, oh, their cousin's going to come over. This grown-ass guy is going to come over. I was like, why didn't the fuck he didn't babysit? Why do I got to stay here? So comes, and it was the same thing. Only he wasn't an old man. He was, I don't know, I would guess he was probably like, I was 13 or 12 or something, and he was like 19 or 20 or something. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It was horrible. So anyways, I could get that feeling with this woman, because she's like running and trying to hide in different rooms and shit, and this person won't leave you alone. He was dressed, but he wouldn't leave me alone. And I don't even remember. I just remember the part of me trying to hide from him all the time. And like, what in the world am I here babysitting when this guy's here? And so, but I was always forced to go babysit all the time. Get my quarter. You know, you're babysitting tonight. Did you know that? You're babysitting for so-and-so. You're babysitting for so-and-so. It's like, okay. So, and that's when you made a quarter or 50 cents. It's like, so anyways, but when I started working in a real job, it was $1.65. So it's like, anyways, so this woman's running around and trying to escape from this guy. As soon as the people get home, he's back in bed, pretending like he's paralyzed, can't get up. And he's out. He's just pretending to be asleep. So she tells them, and they're just like, what? No way. And she's like, yeah. So then they decide they're going to pull a scam on him. So the husband's staying home and the wife's staying home. And then they say, well, we got to go out. So we're going to go. And do you mind staying here? And she's like, okay, I'll stay. So they do this whole little show. The people go, leave out of the garage, have a garage door open and stuff. And she said as soon as that garage door shut, he was out there naked chasing her. The first time he had on a shirt, just no pants or whatever, chasing her. This time she said he was full on naked chasing her. But the people tricked. And so they came in through a different door and caught him. And so they were like, hell to the no, you're out, dude. Just put him in a nursing home. Which I'm against nursing homes, but like, what the fuck? And then, so this one I saw this morning, it just reminded me of that one, because this lady was homeless. And so she decided to babysit in order to have a place to stay. So she would babysit. So then she started putting it on Craigslist. So then, because she was babysitting for friends and stuff, and it would give her a place to stay, for them to sleep for the night or whatever she babysat. So she started putting ads on Craigslist. So she gets a message from this lady. It says Eileen, says that she's got this paralyzed son, needs to come over, babysit him, and all of this whole thing. He's in a wheelchair. He's got a whole list. You need to do this. You need to do that. Change his diapers. Do this. Do that. So she gets there. There's a note on the door. The lady's had to go to work. So go on in. Money's sitting on the table. And a whole list of what you got to do. So she starts doing all this stuff, takes care of him, gives him a bath, wipes his ass, changes his diapers, all this stuff. Takes him in, puts him in bed, and then she goes and lays on the couch and falls asleep. And she wakes up to a chime or something that she's got to get up and go do rounds on him or whatever. And when she gets up, her hair is all matted up. It's like a something about Mary thing going here. And so she's like, what in the world? She thought she was drooling or something. So she goes in, she washes it out, and then she goes back to the, goes in, wipes his ass, changes his diapers, does all that stuff, goes back out, lays back down, goes back to sleep. And another thing wakes her up a while later, and she wakes up, it's the same thing. And she's like, it's really looking like jizz in her hair. And she's like, this is so weird. So she goes, washes it back out, and goes and checks on him, does whatever he needs to have done. Then she goes back in, and he doesn't talk, doesn't anything. You know, so he's just, you know. So then she calls her, Skypes her boyfriend, she said. And she's sitting there on the phone talking to him. And the boyfriend's getting jealous. He's like, who is that guy? And she's like, what are you talking about? There's no guy here. He's like, yes, there is. I just saw him. And she's like, no, there's nobody here. And just the guy I'm taking care of. And he's paralyzed. He's in his bed. He can't get up. And he's like, yeah, and they're talking. And then he does it again. He's like, who the hell? That guy just walked by. You're fucking lying to me. She's like, I am not lying to you. Come over if you want to come over. So he's zippity-doo-dolls is right over there. But before that, what was it? Because she goes in, and I think it was that she saw him, like, he was looking at her or something. I don't remember what it was, but somehow, all of a sudden, she realized, oh, because she starts doing his bath or something. She's giving him a bath. And it was when she touched his foot and he flinched that she was like, he's not paralyzed. So she runs out of the house. At the same time, her boyfriend pulls up. Well, he's brought this, goes running in there, starts confronting the guy, starts, I guess, taking shots. Like, if the guy jumps up and starts running and takes off, it's like, and so she's like, people will fake being paralyzed so you come in and wipe their ass and shit. And then plus he's out there, oh my God. Oh my God, I was just like, what the fuck, man? Our world is so weird. You got women who don't know they need to talk to their kids. Somebody else is going to teach them to talk, I guess. The teacher said that these kids that don't know how to do anything, then she calls the parents. It's like, your kid's failing. It's like, well, why didn't anybody tell me? And she's like, well, why don't you pay attention to their grades? Like, where are you? It's like everybody is so detached from everything. Everybody's chasing something that's not real. They're detached from what is real. It's just every time I say what is real, it just trips me out. Like, there's something to that. Is real. I don't know. There's a lot of things to these words, like when they're sitting at the road to death. That's what we name our lab. Yeah, it's just like, oh God, damn, this place. So yeah, whatever is real or not real, like, I don't know, that's very strange. There's a lot of strange shit. I'll just be glad when it starts making sense, when shit starts being, because it still is like, it's trying to me, it still is like the preparation. We're still in the preparation. They're still trying to prepare people for what's about to happen. And I don't know what it is, but it's obviously going to shift us. It's obviously going to wake people up. It's obviously going to make people see things they didn't see before. And so, I don't know. Oh, and I also saw a video, just sidebar, somebody saying that the Palladians and the Galactic Federation are fighting, and the Palladians are arresting the Galactic Federation. So, I don't know. I don't know, because there's all those people who do all that channeling and all that stuff. So, oh, but the one girl who had said that something's definitely going to happen within the next 48 hours. If it doesn't happen in 48 hours, it's definitely before the week's up. And so I saw another video of her, because I was like, I wonder if, you know, what she's basing her thing on. Did she just see like the 7 video and then that's what she's basing it on? Well, I think so, yeah, because then she did another video. Well, 7 said that it was going to go down this day or whatever. So, yeah, that's the thing is like when you listen to a lot of other people, you don't know who they're listening to and who they're repeating. So sometimes it's like, oh, it's coming from this person and this person, but it's all coming from the same person. It's just spread out that far. So, anyways, you can't just lock on to any set thing. I mean, you just got to stay fluid. You got to stay with the flow. And things are just flowing. They're just going. Things are still happening. And it's all leading us into this big changeover because it is going to be the biggest, what is it? The biggest change in wealth or something like that. So the change in the wealth, the change in our lifestyle, the change in the truth, more truth is going to be shown, but I still don't know that we're going to know all the truths. Like, but I still say that all these people who have been in denial of aliens and shit, well, that truth is going to be coming quicker. I think that's going to be coming. I feel like that's a part of the thing. Like, I don't know if the aliens are going to come down and land. We're going to start. It's so weird, too, because it's already been on the news. Aliens, I don't understand how anyone now at this point is saying, oh, that's not true. I don't know, but I'm bouncing this. 111. 1111111. So, anyways, I don't know if you can see my tooth in the dark like this. Like that. I swear to God, I feel like I don't know what this hair shit. I swear to God. So, to me, it's just like little. It's not like, I can't even get over. My daughter, too, though, we were talking about that yesterday, too. She said, I can't believe how much stuff I've bought off TikTok. These people just lie. They say this works and this works, and it's like, they're full of shit. I said, oh, no, I got that hair stuff. I'm on 3rd month. There's girls on there pulling out these hairs that are like 4 inches long. Oh, look, this happened in a week. How did you just go and just lie? Like, I just don't get it. And lie for money, lie because you want someone to buy something, that's bad karma, in case you didn't know. When you are not authentic and you're getting people to do something that's benefiting you, that is not that, I don't know how to explain it, but it's bad karma. That's all I can tell you. Like, you gotta be real. It's important. Being real is important. Being honest, being authentic is important. And it holds the biggest value that we have. So, yeah, anything else is any kind of toxic, karmic kind of, no. So, anyways, I did talk for a long while. Like, now that light went off too. So, yeah, this thing is, I probably won't even use the little lights when I'm going to play. Well, at least I have this. But I did, because I think if you just get a plain old selfie stick, I don't know, probably $12 to, I don't know, this light thing. Fucking shenanigans. Everything's shenanigans. Like all the shit we buy, just doesn't work, doesn't last, doesn't. And then you got real people out there. That's why I've said the whole time, I'm not going to be just like marketing, like, oh, I'm sponsoring this. Because even Nino, David Rodriguez, he did that. He was like, well, I got to get paid for doing this. So I'm just going to start sponsoring this. Here, buy this, buy that. All these different podcasters are all sponsor this, sponsor that. If you don't believe in this product, you're not using it for yourself and all that, and I'm just like, what? Why would you be out there telling other people to get it just so you can make money? It's like, and I know there's some people like who say, well, I only sponsor things that I really believe in, that I've worked and used and stuff, but I don't think it's the majority. There's a lot of people are just like, well, I can get money if I talk about this, I can get money if I talk about that, I can get money if I talk about this. It's like, but I don't know, it's like dirty money to me. It's like, it's not, I don't know, it's dirty. So, anyways, that's my opinions of the day. My judgmental opinions of the day. I'm working on it. I'll get there. So, anyways, just remember what we're all doing here is learning how to love ourselves. Even if you think you're judgmental, learn how to love yourself because you're worth it. You know, you have value. And nobody's going to know your value until you do. So, learn how to love yourself. Learn how to love everybody. because everybody's lovable in some way or another. And learning how to have the day you want, because it's up to you. You can laugh about what's hard, or you can cry about it. It's up to you. So, anyways, we'll talk about it again tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.